So, welcome everyone to the real-time integration with the NDIS webinar. We've got a short presentation that we'll walk you through. It also includes a demonstration video that we'll be able to you'll be able to review, and then a Q&A with the team. So we'll get started. If you've got any questions, pop them in the chat. Sashini, our ICT expert, will sort of relay them through to me. Let's get started. Okay, so the agenda for today, we're going to do some introductions to the team. We're going to talk about who Care Access is and what we can do. We're going to talk about what APIs are. We're going to talk about the SCP platform, and we'll have a short Q&A session. Team running late today is our director, Andrew Henderson. So he'll be on the call a little bit later. Myself, the operations manager, and Sashini, our ICT expert.
Morning, everyone.
Our company's main vision remains the same. Care Access was really developed to connect providers and practitioners to the NDIA in a quick and efficient manner, using a simple process based on fair and ethical pricing model. We support the digitization of all levels of providers to automate process and reduce administration burden. Now, that was our ethos when we started the business, and it's something that we continue with today. Our story by numbers. So as the first aggregator authorised by the NDIA to offer API access as a managed service, we represent currently 15,000 plus unique participants who transact on the platform. That's more than 45,000 electronic transactions, which equates to around $270 million in disability services and products. So some really good stats. Established in 2019, we were approved by the Digital Partnership Office in December of 2020, and we're supported by experienced local talent based in Melbourne, Victoria, and all of our tech stack and everything is hosted here in Australia. So very important. Make sure that everyone is really sort of protected, and the information is there hosted in Australia as per the NDIA regulations. As far as security goes, we've been through what's called an IRAP gap assessment that takes into compliance the 2700 standard, the HIPAA compliance, and SOC compliance as well. And like I said, everything is hosted here in Australia, so very important to note that. Our go-to-market is quite simple. We have two active offerings at the moment in the market. ACP, which is our agency care package. This is designed for integration of case management systems to the NDIA via the Care Access platform. Our in-house dev team actually creates those connections and allows you to keep your regular workflows and business practices, but still leverage the power of the API connections. So a perfect example of this is the Luminary package, the Luminary CM package. They use the ACP integration to actually bolt on their service and connect to the APIs. We also have, for Salesforce-based customers, we have a connector and package within the App Exchange that can be downloaded, and we can actually help you connect. The SCP Service Care Package, which is probably what most of you are here for today, was developed to digitize smaller providers who currently don't use a CRM. It gives you real-time connection to PRODA and allows you to see all of your participant information, view their plans, create service bookings, manage the claims, all from a single location. So it's a low-cost entry platform that really helps digitize your process and saves you having to go for a full-blown CRM. So NDIA APIs. So the NDIA has basically providing application programming interfaces to allow connections between registered providers like you guys are to the NDIA systems. It's allowing a data transfer, if you will. All right, they're available to us to actually commoditize and make available to you so that you can actually leverage the power of the APIs without having to do all the coding and all of the hard work. So a lot of people ask me at this stage, what is an API? So as I mentioned, it stands for Application Programming Interface. And essentially what it does is allows two applications to talk to one another. So a machine-to-machine connection. So practical real-life example is if you have on your phone, you did direct messaging, looked up the scores for the footy, did some internet banking, that's your handset talking directly via an API to another machine. So that's what an API interface is. And that's essentially what we've done for the NDIA. Okay, we're at the SCP stage, so Service Care Package. So the benefits of SCP that we're going to show you today is we're minimizing that chair swivel between your current management system, whether that be a CRM or a Excel spreadsheet or something along those lines, and the PRODA portal. So we want to stop that chair swivel. We're going to reduce the misalignment of data between your organization and PRODA, all right, because that's where most of the issues happen. We create a single source of truth. Okay, so the information that you're dealing with is up to date and current. It enables you to make better decisions, create service agreements with the latest data, and actually really manage with the most up-to-date information that you can. We also enable organizations to receive automated event functions. Now, this is a huge game changer for a lot of organizations. You are getting notifications around plan end date updates. So this is when a plan for your participant that you have a service booking for is prematurely ended by the NDIA, or it's coming up for renewal. You'll get a notification stating that that plan has been, end date has been updated. So you can then cease delivering services without a valid plan and without a valid service booking. So it's going to save you money in the long run. We also have a suite of notifications around service bookings. So if you work in the SIL space and rely on the NDIA to create service bookings for your participants, we have a notification that will actually send you through an alert to say that a new service booking has been created. If a service booking has been ended prematurely because of a plan review, because of an issue with the NDIA, you'll get an alert around that. And you'll also get one if the dates have been updated. So there's also a little bit of functionality that we haven't displayed here in the notification suite around payment verifications and alerts. When you do the bulk processing, we're also able to give you alerts around when the files are ready. And there's also a feature for RFS assigned, so you don't have to worry about going in and checking your inbox in PRODA. You'll actually get an alert saying there's an RFS waiting for you. There's also a quotation request response notification. But if you've got specific requirements or needs, feel free to reach out to the tech team on the call today, and we'll give you some more information on how to do that later on. The other benefits of SCP, it's fully maintained. So as the APIs change, which they are changing quite regularly due to the fact that they're quite new, we take care of that in-house. And as new features are added, we're adding those to the platform as well. So you're actually getting the benefit of the API usage without having to do any of the hard work. We take care of the very complex integrated security token management system as well. So to create a connection between your organization and PRODA, we set up a B2B device, which is a business-to-business device. So it allows us to create a secure connection so you don't get any crossover or bleed through of information. Our systems are fully monitored with import and export capability. So as you'll see in the demonstration, you can export a lot of the information out of SCP into a CSV format, which allows you to update other CRMs and other systems. And what we're doing is really encouraging engagement from paper-based and manual providers to get them out of those shoeboxes and onto a system that's going to allow them to have some real power of API leverage. We follow a proven workflow. The beauty of the proven workflow is that if you work along this timeline, by the time you get to the end, to claiming, your exception management piece is very, very small. So we start right down the bottom at retrieving and verifying plan details, start and end dates. So we use what we like to refer to as the holy trinity of information, the NDIS number, the date of birth and the surname, to retrieve the most current plan ID, start and end date. From there, when you move forward to create your service bookings, whether it be for support coordination or plan management or whatever you may be booking those for, you can do it with confidence and know that you're using the most up-to-date plan. We leverage the automated event function. So if there's a change to plan, change to a service booking, you can then go through and using the system, amend those service bookings in real time so that you're not delivering services outside of your plan and outside of your service bookings. Once again, saving you money and reducing those exceptions. Then when it comes to claiming, you can actually move forward with confidence and claim those services against those service bookings. So there's a real benefit to it. And that, as I said, really reduces your exception management. And as you'll see in some of the slides moving forward, some of the bigger orgs that we represent have had some real changes in the way they actually do business. So there's no new software required from your end. Okay, this is a web-based system with a capability of being able to be logged into anywhere in the world securely. Okay, certainty. You know the size and scope of your participant funding before you incur wage costs. So we'll talk a little bit about that later on, but you'll see in the demonstration that across plan managed participants, you can see the allocated amounts, the remaining amounts, the spent amounts, and the real sort of focus down to the line item level on plan management budgets. For support coordinators, that budget functionality is now available in the next release of SCP so that you can see too what's been allocated, what's been spent. So there's some more clarity for you there. You get accuracy and efficiency in processing payments. So you can go through and physically do those processing of payments in the system without having to go to PRODA. So we're going to try and keep you out of PRODA as much as we can. Leveraging our platforms means that you can run a leaner plan management department and a leaner admin staff, really, and focus more on what's important, which is delivery of service for the participant. It gives you more time for engagement of new and existing clients. So that's important too, because you want to grow your business moving forward. We reduce the number of exceptions, all right? So this is a major cost driver of lost time and wages. So we're trying to avoid that for you. And we do it all in a predictable and ethical case-by-case basis. So the cost for the system is very fair and easy to actually manage moving forward. So some of the outcomes that I mentioned previously before was, this is a testimonial from one of our customers. So something that took 15 minutes is now done in 15 seconds. So there's a massive reduction in time. And they've reduced their outstanding exceptions from 3,000 to nearly zero. Okay. We also had a recent testimonial from another customer. So from the first time in 3 years that she'd been processing rejections for this provider, their last upload after using the platform full time for 2 months, they did not have one rejection. All right, so it's a massive result. And essentially what they're doing is they're saving hours, and they're saving, in a larger organization, you can save the equivalent of one full-time employee, all right, their admin time. So it's a real cost saving and a benefit to your business.
Can I just jump in there, Shannon? I think one of the things, you've got the summary slide, which is probably a good time. One of the things that we really, our mission, the reason for being, was around the fact that, disability providers and plan managers really don't have the appetite or the internal capability, in fact, to start building this stuff in-house. So if people are considering embarking on an internal journey to start building these things out, we can tell you that between Cybersecurity Australia, barriers to entry, if you like, plus, need to hire people and get them coding to the APIs, which are also constantly changing, means that the value prop of moving to more of a bureau agency type approach in terms of letting a third party handle your transactions makes a lot more sense on a pay-per-use basis as opposed to investing in that project in your own right. I think one of the things that we've seen with our customer base, and I think you've probably flown past the slide in numbers, is the number of transactions now and the value of the dollars being provided through the platform back to those service providers is really meaning that they can deploy those funds and focus in on their customers and what their reason for being is, as opposed to sort of getting involved in IT projects. Sorry, Shannon, just to interrupt.
That's fine. Thank you, Andrew. I actually didn't know you were online, so that's good. So I'll continue on. In summary, so the things that you really need to keep front of mind is that we have a no coding system. So there's no impost on your business. There's no need for you to have a development staff or anything of that nature. We take care of that for you. It's an innovative platform that actually really does enhance the way you do business. It's scalable. So, the system itself is great for 10 customers, 10 participants, or hundreds of participants for that matter. It's affordable. We try and keep the cost down because it's part of our ethical point of view that we do things a little bit different at Care Access. It's cloud-based, so it's very adaptable. It's easy to use. It helps you digitize that process, gets you away from the shoebox, away from your Excel spreadsheets, and really harnesses the fact that the APIs are there and allows you to use them to their full extent. It's on a trusted platform, hosted here in Australia, and it's extremely secured. And we are subject to cyber review on a regular basis, so we maintain that security for you. And as I mentioned, Australian owned and hosted. Okay. So we leads us off to the demo of SCP. Just bear with me while this loads up. In this video, we're going to explore the features of the SCP or Service Care Package. Let's get started. After logging in, you'll be taken to the dashboard. The dashboard shows your total participants, total service bookings, and total payment requests that have been made. Plan dial indicators display a visual view of participant plan details, all of which are downloadable using the Export button. Indicators display participants within 20% and 10% of plan budget utilisation, as well as within 60 days of plan end date. Also displayed on the dashboard are the live notifications from the NDIS. Table headings display the time the notification was received, the event ID, the participant name and number, an information message, and a service booking ID if applicable. Clicking on the service booking ID allows you to see the updated service booking details. You can also refresh the participant by selecting the refresh button and confirming the API call. This process can be verified on the Participants tab. Note the updated last modified time and date. Returning to the dashboard, notifications can also be deleted after you action them. Simply select the rubbish bin icon that is next to the notification and confirm the deletion. The dashboard also contains a quick details section showing you what participants have been added, what service bookings and payment requests were made in the last 24 hours. Clicking on the Participants tab allows you to see your current participants. To add participants, you can import using the Import Participant button. Simply upload the CSV file and click Done. Once uploaded, this will add the new details for the participants. Clicking the Plan Refresh button will trigger the API for all participants. Once complete, the participant details will be updated and their most current plan ID, start and end date will be displayed across the table. If required, you can export your participant list to a CSV file, or you can manually add participants using the Add Participant button. In this example, we're going to enter the first name, the last name, but we're going to make a spelling error, the NDIS number, the date of birth, as well as other relevant information about the participant, such as their email address, their current contact number, their home address. We can also add additional details like their nominee, or any notations pertaining to that specific participant that you might want to record. Then, to close this window, simply click Save. To trigger a single refresh on this participant, use the down arrow and select Refresh. This will trigger the API to refresh the details just for this participant. And here you'll notice that we have an error. Simply use the down arrow and select Edit to rectify the error, which is the spelling of the surname. Then click Save. Using the down arrow, refresh the participant. Confirm the API call, and you'll see that the plan ID, start date and end date for this participant have been updated. Using the down arrow again, let's create a service booking. You can create service bookings at the category level or at the line item level. For this example, we'll do it at the line item level. Select Create Service Booking. Add the appropriate dates, any provider comments, and uncheck the category level booking box. Select the support category, the service, the NDIS price book rate. You can also amend to a preferred rate. For this example, we'll add another category. Select the support category, the line item, and the applicable NDIS price book rate. Then click Save. This will trigger the API to create a service booking automatically in PRODA. Using the 3-line symbol shows you the details that were booked. You can also amend this service booking directly from this screen. Click the Amend button, and we're going to alter the entered price for one line item to $10,500. Once this is complete, click Save. This will then trigger the API again. Refreshing the service booking table will show you the new details. Clicking on the 3-line symbol will display the remaining amount and allocated amount as per the amendment. You can also claim from this screen. Using the checkbox next to the appropriate line item, click Next. Select the product code, the start date for the claim, the end date for the claim, the claim amount, the applicable tax code, and also the claim type. Enter the ABN for the provider the unit of measure, the claim reference document number, and the quantity, then click Save. Scrolling down the page to the Payments section, hit the Refresh Payments button to see the claim processed in real time. Using the 3-line button symbol, you can bring up the confirmation. This confirmation displays the claim number and other relevant information pertaining to the claim. Returning to the 360-degree view, scroll to the top of the page and then hit the Refresh Service Booking button. This will then reveal the updated remaining and allocated amounts for this service booking. Refreshing the plan budget will also update all applicable fields directly from PRODA. The Service Booking tab shows all service bookings for your entire organisation. These can be easily exported into CSV using the Export button in the top right corner of the page. The Reports tab allows for ease of reporting and contains standard reports for participants within 60 and 100 days of plan end date. Additional custom reports can be made available upon request and all are easily downloadable. The Payments tab similarly shows all payments made to your organisation. The table headings can be used to organise the information. An export feature can be used to create CSVs, which make an excellent resource for reconciliation. We hope you've enjoyed this video. For more information, please send an email to info@yourcareaccess.com.au. You can also book a demonstration or speak with one of our staff members via our website www.yourcareaccess.com.au. Okay, so that was the demonstration video for SAP. I hope that was informative. If you've got questions, happy to answer them live. Feel free to unmute and ask away. No, everyone's a bit shy today. That's all right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Leanne, you wanted to speak? Sure.
Yeah, I've got unmute here. So I was just wondering if we're a registered NDIS service provider.
Mm-hmm.
So are you a third party that would come in and help us set up systems, or what I'm not quite sure.
Sure. So we offer two solutions presently. So the ACP solution, if you've got an existing CRM that you wanted to connect, and if that was someone that we either a partner of ours or on a platform that we were able to connect, we can do it that way. Or we can set up the SAP platform for you. So probably a great idea to reach out to our team, and we can have someone contact you and give you some further detail.
Because we do, you know how you've got the 3 different pathways that we get the NDIS clients. So most of us come through planned managers.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and we are trying to set up a computer-based system, but we're just not sure which one. So I like the presentation around operationally when you've rostered stuff in right through to the financial accountability side in terms of the portal. That looks, just trying to set up the right systems for our organisation, because I think it's, we don't, I think we've got only one NDIA managed client.
No, that's fine. We've got quite a few customers that just have plan managed participants that they represent. So you can use the system for that. You can actually book under standard or registered plan management as well. if you've got a
Yeah,
create.
I don't know whether that's a new thing that's come through the NDI, because I know this area is changing constantly all the time.
Certainly is.
So,
yeah.
So it's like, I don't think what you were presenting now was available when I first took on this position in the organisation 3 years ago. So
no, definitely wasn't. So what we've built around the API access has been really only developed and made available by the NDIA in the last 18 months.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So do you have anything that you'll be sending out to the participants that have dialed in today?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Satini will follow up with a call to action email, and you'll be able to view this recording at your leisure.
And is there a contact number if I need to contact you?
Of course.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, that'd be great. Yep. Thank you, Tom.
No worries. Thanks. Anyone else? No, that's okay. So
there's another question for us. Yeah. Shannon Jenny is asking, what is a CRM?
What is a CRM? Okay, yeah. Really good question. So it's a customer relationship management platform. So it could be something like Lumery. It could be something like Health Metrics. It could be a Salesforce-based system. If you don't currently have a CRM, depending on the size of your organisation, we may be able to get you onto the SCP platform. That might suit you a little bit better, and will save you the cost of implementation of a complex system. So hopefully that's answered your question. So in the follow-up that gets sent out, there will be our contact details. Feel free to give us a call, have a chat, ask any questions that you want to ask. Request a specific demonstration so that we can look at your particular needs, work out what your pain points are, and let you know exactly what we have that can really assist you in leveraging the APIs and doing business in a more efficient manner.
Mm.
Another question here. Do you have an invoice to plan manager self-managed also? No, so you can claim under plan management, but we do not have a facility where you can upload an invoice. So it's a future feature that we're happy to work on. The beauty of working with Care Access is because we are a locally based company and all our development is done in-house, you can request features like that, and we can look at them as on a one-by-one basis to make sure that they're good for everyone, and we can build that functionality. So you have that opportunity as well. Okay. So if there's no further questions, we'll move on to the next slide, which is our thank you. So I wanted to say thank you to everyone for attending today. Really happy to have you here and learning more about API access. Our details are there. Jump on the website, www.yourcareaccess.com.au. It's got a lot of information on there. Have a bit of a read. There's a form that you can fill out to request a demonstration. You can send an email direct to our team. It will come to all of the relevant people in our organisation. If you send it to info@yourcareaccess.com.au, and we will respond to you. Like I said, in the follow-up, we'll also have our contact details, so you can contact us direct. There's one more question. Yeah, do we integrate with Xero or MyOM? So not at the moment. However, the export feature that is available, you can push that information out in Excel or CSV, beg your pardon, and that can be uploaded. If you have a specific requirement in mind, once again, we are able to build those sorts of features. Our SCP platform is based on Salesforce, and there are Xero connectors, so we can work with your existing systems assist you in that manner as well. Okay, perfect. So, team, if you want to sign off and thank everyone, we'll end the webinar there.
Thank you, everyone who joined us today. And please feel free to reach out to us via the email or to our website. We're happy to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.